The rainbow trout, Oncorhynchus mykiss, is one of the most admired and widely distributed freshwater fish in North America, celebrated not only for its vivid coloration and fighting spirit but also for its role in aquaculture, culinary value, and environmental importance. Its distinctive appearance, a horizontal pinkish-red stripe flanked by a silvery body dotted with black speckles, makes it visually iconic among trout species, while its biological sensitivity to environmental changes underscores the need for attentive and informed care by those who choose to raise or study them, whether in private aquariums, garden ponds, or commercial hatcheries. Proper rainbow trout care begins with habitat preparation, which must replicate the cool, clean, well-oxygenated waters of its native rivers and lakes, meaning water temperatures must consistently remain between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius to 16 degrees Celsius, since deviations can severely stress the fish, inhibit feeding, and encourage disease proliferation. An ideal pH level of 6.5 to 8.0, coupled with ammonia and nitrite readings close to zero, is necessary for maintaining immune function, while dissolved oxygen levels must always exceed 6 mg per liter to support the trout's high metabolic demand and active swimming behavior. The use of mechanical, biological, and chemical filtration systems, along with frequent water testing, is essential to achieve and sustain these parameters, particularly in closed tank systems or artificial ponds, where waste accumulation from uneaten food, fish excretions, and decaying organic matter can compromise water quality rapidly. Additionally, ultraviolet sterilizers and protein skimmers help manage harmful bacteria and algae blooms, especially in outdoor environments that receive sunlight and organic runoff, while chillers or shaded installations may be necessary in warmer climates to maintain optimal thermal conditions. Rainbow trout are highly susceptible to thermal shock, and even slight fluctuations in water temperature, more than a 2 degrees Fahrenheit change in a short period, can lead to stress responses, including color fading, labored breathing, lethargy, or unusual erratic movements. Such stress not only weakens the trout's resistance to disease but also disrupts feeding behavior, making diet and nutrition another critical pillar of effective care. Rainbow trout are carnivorous, and in the wild, their diet consists of aquatic insects, insect larvae, crustaceans, zooplankton, and occasionally small fish or amphibians, all of which provide high protein and energy content. In aquaculture or ornamental settings, trout are typically fed nutritionally complete commercial trout pellets, formulated to support rapid growth, vibrant coloration, reproductive health, and immune resilience, with essential ingredients including fish meal, fish oil, soybean meal, wheat germ, vitamins, like A, C, D, E, and B complex, and trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and iron. Feed must be matched to the trout's size and life stage, with fry-consuming micropellets or powdered feed 4 to 6 times a day, while juveniles and adults can be fed 2 to 3 times daily with floating or slow-sinking pellets that encourage active surface feeding and minimize waste accumulation. Feeding should always be controlled, enough for all trout to consume within 5 minutes, because excess food not only leads to pollution and increased ammonia levels but also fosters opportunistic bacterial growth that may result in secondary infections. Periodic supplementation with live or frozen foods such as bloodworms, krill, or brine shrimp can be offered to stimulate natural hunting instincts and enhance digestive health, although these should be handled hygienically to prevent parasite introduction. Overfeeding or irregular feeding schedules can lead to bloating, poor water conditions, and erratic behavior. While underfeeding may stunt growth or compromise disease resistance, health management is inseparable from proper husbandry, as rainbow trout are prone to multiple health issues, especially in enclosed or high-density systems where water quality may deteriorate quickly. Among the most common ailments are bacterial diseases such as furunculosis, caused by Aeromonas salmonicida, bacterial gill disease, and Calomaris, Flavobacterium columar*, which can manifest through ulcers, frayed fins, rapid gill movement, surface gasping, or lethargy. Parasitic threats include Ichthyophthirius multifilius, itch, Gyrodactylus, skin flukes, and Dactylogyrus, gill flukes, often identifiable through white spots, excessive mucus production, or visible irritation like flashing against surfaces. Fungal infections like saprolegnia are also a risk, particularly when water is dirty or fish are recovering from physical injury or spawning. Early detection is crucial. An affected fish should be quarantined in a hospital tank with pristine water and carefully monitored for worsening symptoms, depending on the diagnosis. Treatments may include medicated feeds, often incorporating antibiotics like oxytetracycline, fluorphenicol, or sulfadimethoxine, salt baths, potassium permanganate dips, or formalin solutions, always administered under proper dosage and with veterinary guidance to avoid harm. Preventatively, biosecurity protocols such as disinfecting tools and hands, isolating new arrivals, avoiding cross-contamination between tanks, and scheduling regular health checks are effective in reducing the chances of outbreaks. Vaccines have also been developed for certain pathogens in aquaculture settings, helping reduce reliance on antibiotics and promoting long-term herd immunity. Environmental enrichment can aid in stress reduction and immune strengthening. Features such as gentle water currents, variable terrain, hiding spaces, and floating vegetation simulate natural habitats and encourage natural behavior, including territorial displays, exploratory swimming, and schooling, while rainbow trout are relatively social. When similarly sized, large individuals may bully smaller ones in confined spaces, so size matching and proper stocking density are essential to avoid injuries or suppressed feeding. From a reproductive standpoint, rainbow trout generally spawn once annually in the wild during spring, constructing gravel redds where females lay eggs later fertilized by males, although in hatchery environments, artificial spawning techniques like hand stripping, egg fertilization, and incubation in flow-through trays or vertical stack incubators are practiced to ensure high hatch rates and genetic diversity. Fertilized eggs require high oxygen and low light environments, and water. Temperature during incubation should remain around 50 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal development. After hatching, yolk sac fry, also known as alevins, must be protected from current and predators until they absorb their yolk and transition to active feeding. As the fish mature, transferring them to progressively larger and more dynamic systems simulates natural migration stages and encourages physiological resilience. Aside from being a keystone species in freshwater ecosystems, rainbow trout offer considerable human benefits across multiple dimensions. Nutritionally, they are a high-protein, low-calorie source of food, rich in omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular and neurological health, as well as B vitamins, selenium, phosphorus, and potassium. Their delicate, non-oily flesh and mild flavor make them popular for a range of cooking styles, including baking, smoking, grilling, or poaching, and they are widely consumed both in households and restaurants throughout the United States, because they are fast-growing, efficient at converting feed to flesh, and tolerant of captivity under the right conditions. Rainbow trout are also a dominant species in the aquaculture sector, especially in states like Idaho and North Carolina, where they are raised for both food and recreational stocking. Their economic value is immense, supporting jobs in hatchery operation, feed production, logistics, retail, and tourism, with rainbow trout being stocked annually in countless rivers, reservoirs, and lakes to support recreational fishing. Angling enthusiasts cherish rainbow trout for their vigorous fights, making them a staple in fly fishing and bait fishing cultures across North America. Conservation groups and government wildlife departments often prioritize rainbow trout habitats for protection and restoration, funding streambank stabilization, barrier removals, and reforestation efforts that not only help trout populations but also improve water quality and biodiversity for entire aquatic systems. Moreover, because rainbow trout are sensitive to pollution, temperature increases, and oxygen fluctuations, their presence, or absence, can serve as a valuable bioindicator of ecosystem health, alerting researchers and managers to underlying environmental threats. In educational settings, rainbow trout are frequently used in biology and environmental science curriculums, with school programs such as Trout in the Classroom teaching students about fish anatomy, water chemistry, life cycles, and ecological stewardship through hands-on experience raising.